Today we take our Redcat Kaiju out for a bash and see whether or not it really can handle that 6S power. Coming up. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Joe.
And I'm Amber. We're
the TheRcKiwis. On this channel we do everything from bashing, crawling, speedruns, unboxing reviews and much more.
So if you're new here, consider subscribing. That way you won't miss out on any of our future RC adventures.
In today's adventure we're taking our Redcat Kaiju out for a bash. Now I know we've taken this for a bash / durability test before. It held up pretty well on 4S, but when we went to 6S that spur gear stripped within minutes. This time we're running just on 6S and we're going out to MX Club, which has much bigger jumps, and we're going to see what parts hold up. Hopefully this big spur gear holds up this time.
Don't forget guys, follow us on Instagram at TheRcKiwis for behind the scenes content, which we try and post as often as we can, and also like us on Facebook, also TheRcKiwis.
Anyway Amber, that's enough talking. Let's head on the train and head out to MX Club. We're back out at MX Club here in Hong Kong, the best place for bashing your RCs around, and if you're local in Hong Kong, make sure you go check it out as MX Club. I will put a link in the description below where you can find this place. But boy, we cannot wait to get our kaiju out on there. We just had our Outcast 8S out there doing a backflip off the big black ramp. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go watch it. It's an epic video, but today is all about the kaiju, Redcat Kaiju. We're going to be running this beast on 6S. And Amber's going to be doing most of the bashing in today's video, so it's going to be a pretty good durability test and see what holds up. I know we've already done a bit of a durability test before in the past for this beast, but it wasn't at MX Club. We weren't able to hit these massive jumps, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Normally the way we do our durability tests is we keep the truck completely stock because we want to see what breaks first, give you guys an idea of what you should be looking to upgrade or get spare parts on. Now our Redcat Kaiju, it is pretty much completely stock. There is just a few little upgrades to talk about here. Firstly, we've got the metal spur gear installed in this truck. I mean, that plastic spur gear shredded up within milliseconds when we took this thing out on 6S. Also, the hinge pin braces we've upgraded to 70-75 aluminium, so that should strengthen that area up a little bit more. Other than that, this truck is completely stock. You see we've switched it out to EC5 because, of course, we're going to be running these smart batteries because
we're smart.
5,000 milliamp, 50C discharge, 3-cell LiPos, and we've got two. One stacked on top of the other. Now we did have to do a small modification to this truck. The straps are really, really small that come in this Redcat Kaiju, so we've just got an extra little bit of Velcro there to extend the length of the straps. And now the battery fits in there nice and comfortably, and with the body on too. Before Amber takes this thing off the big ramps and absolutely destroys this truck, probably. What are some predictions? What do you think are going to be the weak points, and what do you think is going to break on this truck today?
I reckon weak point, we've already had the front bumper pop out a few times, so I think possibly that.
Yep.
And I think maybe the front shocks could bend. Hopefully I can backflip properly and land them, and then maybe that won't happen.
Alright, well, I think for sure one thing, pinion or the spur gear, one of the two might strip. Maybe the pinion. Now, is that because I didn't set the mesh properly? That's possible. Or is that just because the pinion on the truck's a bit of a weak point? That is also a possibility. And other than that, you know, maybe these arms, they might hold up, they might not. It's not too hot. Normally in Hong Kong, that's one thing we have going. It's very hot, and so the plastics tend to hold up really well in big jumps, big crashes. But when it's a little bit cooler like today, it's about 16 degrees, which is freezing for us. The guys in New York are laughing right now. What are you talking about? 16 is warm. Well, that's enough talking. You're sick of my voice. Let's get this truck out there and see how durable it is. Amber is on the controls of that Redcat Kaiju beast. Let's get into it. Alright, okay, straight into it. Starting on some little jumps. Nothing crazy right now. Whoa! Oh no! Oh, nice!
Oh no, that felt painful. Oh,
it landed! Whoa! Nice, perfect landing.
Oh.
But you're yet to get a double. Maybe today is that day. Alright, Amber is about to attempt her very first double backflip. Will she get it?
I hope so.
Will she get it?
Ah,
No,
No.
she won't. That was nothing. 1, 2. Whoa, you got it! You landed a double backflip in very first. Well
I
done.
can't believe.
Whoa, whoa, was that another double? Alright, Emma's gonna attempt some bigger jumps. Whoa, right on the body. Emma's getting worried, she's a bit busy, so I'm gonna take over for a wee bit and see what Em and I can do. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Whoa! Oh no! Unfortunately, we have some damage to the kaiju, rendering it useless. So we're gonna have to take it home, clean it up, show you guys what's gone wrong. We did want to hit the black ramp that we had to be for a future video, and you'll see that beautiful Outcast 8S. It is such a beast, and yes, we did send the Outcast off that black ramp more than once. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you go check it out. And there is some damage. I'm sure you can see the damage right in this video. Anyway, let's head home and see what's going on with this kaiju. Well guys, we're back at home in the studio, and boy, that was so much fun out there at MX Club today with the Outcast 8S and then with our kaiju. Now Amber, we did some predictions at the beginning of the video. How were your predictions?
Well, I was wrong in the sense that I thought the front bumper and the shocks would break, and the bumper and the shocks are both fine. What actually broke was the drive cup.
That's right, the drive cup broke, and neither of us predicted that. So I thought the spur gear or pinion gear wouldn't hold up, and they seem to hold up pretty well. I mean, it didn't, I'm not too sure. The gears don't sound the best in this truck. Maybe it's the way I'm setting the mesh, but I have to say, on this truck, this is probably one of the hardest trucks I've found to set that mesh perfectly right. I mean, I've used the paper method, I've used, listened to the noise of the gears, and it sounded like it was pretty good before we went out, but there were a couple jumps there where it didn't sound too good, but looking at the pinion and the spur gear, they look perfectly fine, so not too sure what's going on there. But the drive cup, as you can see, it has been destroyed, and so I'm gonna have to order some new parts, get this truck back up and running and take it out again because we need to hit that black ramp. We went out there to hit the black ramp and we couldn't do it today, but don't worry guys, it will come in a future video. We took a look at our older Kaiju Bash video, and I'll put a link in the description and in the YouTube cards where you can find that video, and Amber has actually done a double backflip before. This wasn't her first time, so I think the goal now for you is gonna be a triple, and I'm sure you can hit a triple, especially if you hit that black ramp. So if you don't wanna miss that video, or any other future videos, we've got some cool cars on their way, or some cool cars to open. Make sure you go ahead and you hit that subscribe button.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a like anyway. Make sure you're staying safe out there on your RC adventures.
And remember guys, we're the RC Kiwis, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.